Hey guys, welcome back to Laura's Cozy Corner. I'm just out here real quick in between deliveries and having a look-see at my garden. I just want to talk to you something about an observation I'm finding. Well, one thing for sure, the way that I'm doing these tomatoes and tying them up, it's not going to work out too well. And the reason being is when we got pretty good rain, the ground became soft, and two of my tomato plants, the cages fell over. Now I do have some flimsy cages, that could be the reason, and these are a few years old, I believe. Since I started doing tomatoes, I think the first year that I was planting, this is probably year 5 or 6, but the first year I had stakes, tobacco stakes, and the tomato plants went bigger than that and fell to the ground and everything. The second year I had tomato cages with a stake in the middle to help support the tomato cage. That seemed to help out, but the stakes that I had, we ended up using them for a different purpose. I think I gave them to my nephew. He needed them for his tomatoes. He didn't have cages. So I just have cages. So my suggestion would be, if you're wanting to do it like what I'm doing, which I was gathering all of the tomato plant, tying it up, and I was going to tie them as they grew taller, make a thing all the way up. But if I do that, this cage thing's going to fall, as I can see with these two. So I'm going to stop and just let them go. I would get tomato cages that are really sturdy, or get tomato cages and tobacco sticks to help sturdy those up, okay? And make sure the tobacco sticks are down in the ground really good so they don't wiggle. Because over time with the rain and all, it can soften up and do like this, because this was very tight, you know. But the rest of the garden is fine right now, but I'm sure they're all gonna probably topple over. It don't really hurt the tomatoes, because when they hit the ground, let me show you over here, they start pointing upward anyway. They just look nicer contained. Okay, let me stand back here. Well, and it's kind of in front of my garden from the trampoline. So if you look at my garden from here, you can tell that the tomato plants that I've planted in each front row is a little shorter, a little bit more skimpy. Okay, now the ones toward the back, you can tell they are a lot taller than the skimpy ones. And if you can see in my previous well, I think I only done 1 or 2 videos planting, but this was all planted around the same day or two, okay? So there shouldn't be a difference in that height like that. The only thing I can think of is these trees are providing some sort of shade. You know, this tree is providing some shade. This tree might be providing a little shade. But that's not true, because they're still small, and this tiny tree isn't tall enough to give any shade for these. Okay, so let's take a step back. What would make the garden flourish more back that way than up here? Okay, this is my thought. I think if you kind of look that way, my ground kind of slopes down a little bit from the truck. Can you see from the truck? It kind of slopes down to here, and it all runs to that back corner, which is the lowest corner. I've had to build that up the most as far as mulching and stuff. So I'm thinking whatever little rain and dew that runs is running to more that half of the garden, because this is the same amount of mulch layer on each side, so it can't be that. I didn't remulch this year yet. So that's why I'm thinking the ones up front isn't getting as much as the ones in the back, because whatever water that does run, it's running back here and sticking. So if anybody has that kind of question, I think that's the reason. Because see, down here, you know, this one's this tall, up to my chest. This one's almost to my shoulder. And these are in the middle, so we got to the belly, kind of. But as I go up here, the height here is about top of my leg. So there's a couple foot difference. It's interesting. I just want to share that with you. I did not get out here to plant the remaining russet potatoes, because I've been cleaning up my kitchen slowly but surely, and getting my dishes and stuff done. I think I was off a month from doing dishes or something, because it just seems like it's over all the time. Constant dishes. So I'm almost at the end of it. If you've seen previous videos before, my kitchen table was covered, my deep freezer was covered, the stove was covered, the countertop was covered, the sinks were full, this other countertop was covered that's in front of my coffee pot. So that's life happens. You go help somebody, you ain't got time to clean up dishes. By the time you have no dishes, then you're like, crap, we gotta get something to eat because I don't have room to clean or have time to clean. Go get something to eat. You feel sluggish because you're eating leftover restaurant food for a couple days, you know. I buy one time and then eat for a couple meals. Buy another set, eat for a couple meals, like pizza. We bought a bunch of chicken one time, you know, things like that. Then you feel groggy and you're sleeping. That's my problem, sleeping. Now, I've been cooking here at home while I've been cleaning for about a week now, and I'm feeling better. So I know it's restaurant food. So, trying to get out of that. And I'm seeing some interesting YouTube videos that my friend had pointed out. Thank you, Nicole, for pointing out those. And I think it's Dr. Barbara, I can't remember her name, but she is a very smart lady, and she's very informative. A lot of it makes a lot of sense, and I'm trying to incorporate some of her information. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll spread it to you. All right, so these are the ones that I didn't plant because this one was rotting. These are getting bugs on them where I left them out here, and worms started digging holes in these. So what I'm going to do is take all this to my compost. Well, I can't do it with one hand, but anyway, all of these, and then the little shriveled up seed potatoes, probably go put them in my compost bin. Okay, so that's all that I have for you today. When I start getting some red tomatoes, I'll start showing how we harvest tomatoes. And I keep bringing my bucket, but there's nothing here to harvest today. We haven't had enough rain to have good cucumbers that are long enough to harvest, and the tomatoes aren't red yet, so it's okay with me. We'll get them when they're ready. playing patience, okay? I want to show you the cucumbers. Plants are getting huge. I'd say the garden shades a little bit. And they're just huge. These leaves are humongous. I don't remember seeing cucumbers that big. But you'll see what they're doing. They're getting a little bit, and look, we have little bugs on here. Anyway, those are what eat your leaves. And they will eat a little bit on your cucumbers too. I saw one down here that was been ate on. You can see this little, let me see if I can, I'm gonna have to flip your camera just a minute. Okay, so now I can tell you can see. But those little aphids or squash bugs or whatever, they gnaw on your cucumbers also. To me, no big deal. Just peel the skin. Or they'll gnaw on your leaves. But this is the results that I've been getting, because we'll get a bunch of rain, then we won't. You know, just kind of fat, skinny. I just let them stay for a while. Let's see, what else can we find in here? Here's one down there. You see the scarring on that one? The brown stuff is where the little bugs are eating on. But for me, it's okay, you know. You don't give your discolored or anything to a friend or family member or anything. You eat those and then give them the best, you know. So, I think that's all that I have for you today, because I don't see any cucumbers ready. They're just small, pitiful looking. Oh, here's one that's been ate on too. It's almost ready to pick. See how it's kind of misshapen where it's small and fat here, so I'll let it set a little bit longer, a couple more days. But yeah, just about all of these has been ate on. So we're getting quite a bit of those squash bugs. Are there any cucumbers in here hiding? Or did I pick them all the other day? I sing to myself a lot, y'all. Gotta keep yourself occupied. It's like you're singing to the Lord and the plants too. No, that one ain't quite big enough. Let's see. Well, these little things, these are the vines. You can tell this is the tip. So I try to keep them trained to go sideways. You gotta be careful, because you can break the vine and then it won't grow, which is what I done earlier. I broke one. Oh, and I see it. It's right here in front of me too. I'll show you. Pretty sad. I broke it, but look, it's like it's crying because I broke it. The water, they're just full of water. That's all cucumbers are, is water. I left it attached to see if it could heal or something, but we might lose this top here or whatever else it could have produced, which is fine because I have lots more here. When you move the leaves, just be careful not to bump the yellow flowers. They do fall off easy. You bump a yellow flower, that's a possible cucumber, so if you're planning on pickling and everything, every single flower means something to you. I have lots of pickles still that we have not ate, and I've given away pickles and made more pickles last year, and I still have pickles from years before. I think 22, a couple years. they're still good. Now I must have picked those others from here because the leaves turned yellow. Or it's not getting enough sunshine is another reason. But it's okay, it's providing mulch. No big deal. Some bugs is eating in here, no big deal. I'm just letting nature do its thing, and I'm just planting. Planting and trying to weed, at least. Bugs is part of the ecosystem is what I'm trying to do there. So, wait a minute, what we got here? We got one kind of hiding. He's pretty long, but not very fat. Let's see how skinny. Let's see if we can get him to get bigger. Maybe another day or two, or this weekend. I can double check. Come on back out here. But about once a week is a good time to harvest your cucumbers. I didn't think about it. I should have videoed the last time I harvested, but I didn't think about it. Let's kind of help them climb around. This one found its way. There's two more little vines. I'd like for them to go that way. Looking on this dead pea plant. See if you guys can go up that way, okay? Thank you. Now there's a bunch of tiny little ones here. If we get some good rain, we'll have all these filled up. Teeny tiny cucumbers. Now this little guy, he'll go through the fence if I don't fix it, but he can go through the fence. I don't want to break him off. Let's see if they touch something, they curl. It's kind of funny. Cucumber ring. And I've dropped a few of them flowers, but it's okay. Alright. Well, you are way behind there. I guess you'll be alright. You'll find your way back. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to go ahead and let you go. King's over there in his usual spot watching me, ain't he? I did also want to show you that I replanted corn here again in these little, I got all these little markers. Can you see them? There's like, let's see if I can get you a camera down here. Oh, there we go. Now you can see them. But every single little marker had a corn seed twice. And you see I only have 1, 2. That is one stalk, and it's got 3 or 4 shoots off of that or something. And 5. So I'm not going to have much corn, but I will keep replanting, I guess. I do need to bring out beans and maybe plant a bunch of beans down through here. Just haven't done it yet. Tomorrow I gotta go back to my grandmother's house and help her go through her totes and things and sort out what she wants to keep and what she don't want to keep. Hey, pretty good boy. Kingy, what you doing, babe? What you doing, baby? So I'm doing that early in the morning, and then hopefully my kitchen will be cleaned. Where'd my basket go? There it is. I'll take it in so it doesn't ruin Parker's little Easter basket. But look at all these pretty green tomatoes. Be lots of tomatoes if they come out. Good. We'll catch y'all on the next video. Till then, like, share these videos if you want to help somebody who might be new. Leave a comment if you got any questions at all. Something you want me to show you specifically, let me know, and I'll try to do my best to help you out. That's a good size. Two good sizes if they don't touch the ground. Turn red. Carrots aren't coming up either. I've planted carrots everywhere. Onions are doing fine. You can see little sprigs. They're coming up anywhere. I want to show you too, if y'all have any, we call them frog bellies. Any little sprig of frog belly, they spread pretty good, pretty fast. And some of this came from the front yard. That's probably how we got morning glories up in here. Front yard morning glories. And now I got a frog belly too. Oh look, a pretty white butterfly. Two of them. Say bye, King. Bye, King. I also wanted to show you real quick. This is a voluntary pumpkin or squash, I don't know. It's a huge vine and I haven't seen any yet. Come up voluntary. Look at my chicken coop. Covered in all kinds of morning glory vines. I even think I saw tomato vine inside there. Yeah, I don't see any squash yet or anything forming. So I don't know if we'll get anything from this or not. But yeah, there's pumpkin vines inside there. This is a voluntary mulberry tree, another one. And it's gotten huge here recently. That right there almost looks like a tomato plant, don't it? Another pumpkin plant. Now I did place a pumpkin right here to rot on purpose to grow some pumpkins. More pumpkin. Pumpkins all up in there. Let's see. Got vines growing on the other side. I'd like to see what's on the other side of here. Just don't want to smash nothing here. My foot's going in something soft. I know that's mole heels. Yep, that's probably squash or cucumber one. I don't know, up in there. I'm pretty sad I don't have chickens right now. It's just not the time for them. The ground sure is taking it. Taking it over. I just let it do its thing. And then I found one volunteer right here next to my compost bin, so maybe a seed fell there. I don't know. I did toss some old, you can see it, squash down in there, so I thought maybe we'd have some squash coming out this way, just not this year. And then the one by the back door, I'll show you real quick. Pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. Yes, he is. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. Yeah. What? I've also got some volunteers over that away. You can see the, oh, my finger's big. So zoomed in, but all around the picnic table area, you see the big leaves. Volunteer over there. I just don't have any on it yet. And last year we had a big vine that started from over in front of the building all the way out here, if you remember that. Had a big old pumpkin on there. So I just let them grow, guys. You never know what you might get. Ain't that right, King? Yeah. Here's the volunteer by the back door. It just keeps getting bigger. I just keep trying to train it a little bit. And then this little guy's come out. I don't want him to get ran over, so I keep scooting him over. And then I keep moving our chairs down. Give him some room, but I have some pretty flowers. Just no fruit yet. Fruit, vegetable, whatever you want to call it. None yet. All right. Now, I'll show you these flowers real quick and then I'll let you all go, I promise. I'm just kind of proud. These I call the resurrection lilies. They put up green leaves in the spring, then they die off in the summer, and then later on we get these nice little long green shoots and pretty purple flowers. I call them resurrection lilies. They come up through rock. They're bulbs. They come back every year. And around them is, again, morning glories. And look, woo, they're going right on up through there. They're all down through here. Nice and pretty color. And I've got morning glories that's taken off around the corner there. And up that post and around. I have not mowed the front yard yet, so you see all that locust trees there going crazy. I also had a pumpkin vine up front too that was voluntary. But maybe in the morning I can get a little snapshot of these morning glories, because I do have to get up early in the morning and show you all how beautiful the Lord displays in the morning. Here's all my beautiful morning glories. Went to the gas station and get my husband a pack of cigarettes real quick. King greeting me. And we got all those beautiful morning glories climbing up the post. The pretty pink ones. And I have pretty purple ones. Pink, back up, please. Thank you. Beautiful purple ones. Bye. Busy, busy bees this morning. Maybe we'll get a pumpkin or a squash.